Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll lead it off. Coach, I know a lot of times people talk about when you play a team recently, you've got a book on them, and that's a benefit, but they also have a book on you. How tricky is it to play a team? I know a lot of people, again, talk opportunity, but how tricky is it to play a team so close when they are so familiar with you from recent play?
I don't think it's that hard. I thought we made really good adjustments from the scouting report and some things that we could have done better when we were in Vegas, and we really slowed them down in the first 2 sets. And then they just came out kind of gunslinging and took us too long to make adjustments again on our side of the net. So kudos to them for their offense and what they did, and we've got to start picking it up on block and defense.
Coach, you remain unbeaten so far this season in the first set. What is it, and how is this team able to get off to starts like they're able to?
I think that they work hard in practice every week. I think we're preparing for our opponents really well. I think they take care of themselves the night before. They do all the stuff that they're supposed to. Our first set numbers are pretty astronomical, and we're talking a lot about how can we figure out how to sustain that level of play over time. So that's a big question mark for us, and a hole we're trying to figure out. But I think they want to win, and they prepare the right way.
What did you notice today that maybe differences between the first set and later on in the match?
I think our serving continues to get trend down during the match, where we're not necessarily keeping service pressure on them and putting them in tougher situations offensively. I think the third set, they completely changed their game plan, which maybe, took us off balance for a minute, but we made the change in the fourth set. But I think they did a good job on the outside and found a way to kind of pick apart our defense.
Brittany, Orlando, coming to that, Orlando's had some of the highest marks on offense so far this season. What is it about this offense that just gets it so high?
I love Chompu. I think she's a great setter. She's putting up great balls all the time, no matter what. And we can pass well, and she can set well, and I'm just trying to stay aggressive. It's working well in the first set, but I think it also trends down like Amy's talking about. So I have to find a way, and the whole team does have to find a way how to sustain it throughout the match.
Natalie, from back during your Wichita State days, you came up against UCF, and now UCF back then, and now one of those opponents, Abby Hansen, is now your teammate. What's it like to be able to be on the same team as her, and or after playing against her before?
Yeah, in the American Conference at that time, she was one of the top medals, and it was my sophomore year that I'd be playing her, and I looked up to her definitely when I found out that she was going to be on this team as someone I knew, and she's great, so I just really enjoy playing with her.
Coach, we saw Abby get some playing time in the first few matches of the season. What did you see from her, and how did she kind of use that full off season to develop?
Abby was in the gym almost every day because she was the third assistant for Syracuse volleyball in the off season. So I think one of the biggest things for Abby was she didn't play a full season of college leading right into our season. She's really fresh. I think she's reading the game better than she did last year, and so she's just kind of used to being in this role, and she's shown some really bright spots for us so far.
What did you see from her over the course of those 3 matches?
From Abby?
Yes.
I think Abby's a great blocker. I think she has moments where she streaks offensive points, but that's the area that she knows that she needs to continue to improve on, because we need point scoring out of our middle.
Well, speaking of course, you have Natalie on there. How much has Abby been able to kind of take up that leadership and welcome some younger players onto the squad?
I think that's a question for Natalie.
I think the middle group as a whole, very supportive, and they're very senior, so just learning from each of them. Like, I'm getting feedback from Abby, I get feedback from Kaz all the time, and I get feedback from MK, and it's all stuff that is really beneficial and helps me in my game just as much as it helps everyone in the middle.
For all of you, what do you learn from a match like this that you'll take with you for the rest of the season to improve later?
I think our team in general needs to learn that they are going to get everyone's best match. We are not going to get any teams that just roll over. It's always going to be a dogfight. We have a target on our back. Yes, we have 3 losses. I think that hurts right now, but it's more showing you are always going to get the best effort from the other side of the net, and we need to respect them more for that.
the same question to you, like, what do you take from a match like this as you go forward the rest of the season?
Got to get back in the gym, develop what we're struggling with.
Brittany?
Yeah, I think we have to work harder and find our kind of grit as a team, and that shows itself on defense.
Anything
Awesome.
else?
Awesome. All right, best of luck in the season, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.